hello, hello, and welcome. Welcome to Joyful Mondays. Every Monday we come to you at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I am Joy Ruffen, and my work with you is as a leadership and style consultant, a signature style specialist, speaker, executive producer, TV host, and podcaster. Oops, it's all connected, it's all aligned. And every week I'm coming to you with Joyful Monday to make a connection, to get to know you better, and to talk about a myriad of topics, all relating to the divine femininity, women, and equality. So what is the topic today? Women are equal to men. Do you accept that belief? My friends, welcome. Thank you for being here. I use belief. Do you accept that belief purposefully? Because it really is a fact. Except somewhere, some women can't admit it, we just dropped the ball. And today we're going to talk a lot about transformation because it's important. But I want you to sit back and relax because I want to start off with some quotes that connect to women are equal to men. And I'm not about bashing, blasting, or blaming men. I love men, and I bet you do as well. Here's a quote. Men and women have roles. Their roles are different, but their rights are equal. Food for thought. Take that to heart and soul. Connect it. And that was said by Harriet Holker, Holkeri. Ooh, what names. And here's another one. You know I love quotes. Women will only have true equality when men share with them the responsibility of bringing up the next generation. Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Now, we just lost her, but you see, legacy is legacy. Iconic is iconic. Some people just come with messages that are embedded in our souls. And it's time for us as women to embrace and express and embody what true equality is all about for us and for men as well. And that means that we are ready for the divine femininity. It's time to release the programming, conditioning, and God forbid, the sexualizing of women. It's not about the two B's and the V. We're so much more. So I want you to be thinking about, what does true equality mean to you? And this is for men as well, because men, divine, masculine, and feminine. But I want you to be thinking about what it means to you. Here's something that I want you to really give some food for thought. You know I love food for thought. And this was said by Jeremiah. That's all that it had here. He said, the men of quality respect women's equality. That's where we have to go. And how do we get there? We get there by knowing our innate power and not using it and abusing it in any way for ourselves or over others, because that's not power. That's not real, true power. That's full of love and nurturing and caring. And the way that we lead and the way that we go about what we do is always going to be vastly different from men. It says that true equality is not the superiority of women, but the equal status of man and woman. Mercedes Joubert said that, Joubert. But isn't it time for both sexes to unite and get together and know the real reality? We dropped the ball. Again, no blame. Don't blame. Just move forward. That's what we're here to do. The divine femininity is our movement and yours. And who begins? You do. I do. We do together, because change is in the air. And it's minuscule now, even though you might think maybe it's larger than what it is. But friends, gender bias is everywhere. And it's time for us to begin the inroads to erasing that. There's so many ways that we can do that. And I want you to be thinking about how you can be instrumental in bringing to the table your feeling, your sense of power and equality for who you are. Never, ever. I'm not crazy about the word never, but seldom do you don't want to ever bash and blame and blast out men. They're not to blame. They can't help what they like and how they've been conditioned to and programmed. But we here talk predominantly to women. And the differences of equality, well, it has to be a partnership. Partnerships, collaboration. That's why we have change, connections, and collaboration. Connect and stand up for the respect and the honor that you need and you choose for yourself. And one of the things that's we as women, we can't deny it anymore, is that we are here to share the power. And what Ruth Bader Ginsburg said about men and women sharing the responsibility of bringing up children, it's so true. Now, back in the day, some people can't admit that. Yes, men and women in the two household, it was predominantly women who did the nurturing and the raising. The men did other stuff, brought in. Those things are changing, but we have to be open to changing with it. And that's what we're about when we say this movement for the divine femininity. It's not taken away from the divine masculine. They need help too. That's not my arena. My arena is being here with you and the gents who come here to tune in and listen. You're looking for real women of power and self-confident, self-aware, self-love that emanates out to you. And these are the people that we talk about. Now, one of the things that I'm going to be doing here each and every week when I come to you on a Monday, I'm going to start off with something that I want to talk about because I want to meet and get to know and connect with you. But each and every week, I'm going to bring in a featured guest speaker. And that featured guest speaker is going to come, hopefully, never know because I don't plan things out. It's not scripted. Will come with topics that are aligned, connected, or related to what I'm talking about. Sometimes not, but we dance where we dance. So whatever it is, we just follow and we go along. And so each and every week when I bring you a featured guest speaker, it's to you, for you to get to know, to connect and relate with. That's the whole purpose. So what I'm going to be doing each and every week is start off with a little bit of everything. And then I'm going to start to introduce you to the featured guest speaker. But before I do that and take a little reset, I'm going to give them more time because I'm really about collaboration. I'm really about connecting us together. If ever there was a time that we as women need to stand together, no matter all the variables that come into play, the age, the gender, the race, the creed, the color, the height, the weight, the education, the money, the looks, the body, all of these things are important. But are you connecting at the heart and soul? Are you able to really align your purpose, mission, and vision to those that are connected to you and you with them? That's the whole purpose of where we're at now. This universe that we're in now is it's slow, but it's changing. And we have to be able to change with it. So one of the things that I want to say to you before I go on here, when we deny women their right, we deny the universe its purpose. Now that's deep, but I want you to think about that. And do not be afraid to stand up and be powerful for who you are, but don't knock and bash men. They want your love and you to nurture them, but also to allow them to be, but they need to allow us. And so it's a mutual dance and admiration society that we're combining here. And leaders who are driven to equality with no blame are the ones who are going to rise. And when you think back in the day, I love the classics and reading, used to more so. All of the people that we enjoy, partake of, and relate to today, they were more about equality maybe than some of them even realized for all the different reasons. Go back and read some of the classics and see what they have to say about equality. And leaders who are driven for pure, true, real, genuine equality, meaning you don't separate, you blend, you merge together. So I want you to be thinking about women are equal to men. You bet they are. Is it a belief or a fact? Well, it's a fact. But the fact is you, me, all of us have to make this a reality. And we do it in love. We do it in nurturing ourselves and others and self-acceptance and self-love. Woohoo! Isn't that a lot to say? Now, what I want you to do is this. I want you to sit back. But before I bring up my featured guest speaker today, and her topic is going to be tying in with what I'm talking about, I want to do a quick little reset. And I want to ask you lovingly to join my Facebook group. Leading Ladies, Leaving Legacies. Every week I'm asking you because we want to build this community. It is a community and you belong there. We want you to bring to it your vision, your mission, and your purpose. What is it that you want to offer to the universe? What is it here that you're to share and to give? We're not here to just exist and to be comfortable and content. Oh, no, 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 no. We're here to share whatever gifts we were given. And we were given a lot of gifts. And our assignment is to master those gifts. And so one of the ways that you can do that, I have a freebie. It's from Human Design. I label it Designing You, because you are a puzzle. Sometimes you pop out of the womb and you boom, 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 and you know, but most times you have to put those puzzle pieces together. So what I'm asking you to do is take a look at this freebie. It's absolutely sublime. It really, if you have any question marks and concerns and you want to know a little bit more about whatever your belief or source might be, this will guide you in the right direction. It's one of the best, and I've done them all that you're going to find. And then, my friends, I have my silver package, which is ready for you. And we're starting to really promote it now. It's 3 weeks plus 2 bonuses and an extra one that I'm throwing in there for you. It's the beginning stages of knowing how to showcase and show up and show always in business the best of you, because you're here to elevate that. Now, I want to show quickly the graphic for my guest who's coming on. Terry Moore is going to share with you a little bit more about this and her services. But for now, I want you to just to sit back, but you've been doing that already, I hope, and relax and enjoy and help me welcome my featured guest speaker, Terry. Terry, hello and welcome.
Thank you, Joy. Thank you for having me.
Oh, it's my pleasure. And listen, I didn't give them a little bio because I wanted to bring you up and tell them that you are a certified transformational coach. You are an author and a speaker. You do a little bit of everything. But the word that really brought me to you is transformational, because I know we all need that. So tell us, we're going to talk a little bit about the type of work that you do and why you do it. But what do you gave me this and I want to throw it back at you. Transformation is a big word now, and everybody's using all these buzzwords here and there. I wonder sometimes if we really understand them. But how did you become a certified transformational coach?
That's a great question. I'm so excited to be here and talk about vision. I had somebody that really believed in me. And so one day she pulled me aside and wrote on her whiteboard, speaker, empowerment coach, workshop facilitator, best-selling author, conference leader. And she says, "What do you think?" Well, I thought she was asking me if I thought she could do it. And, and much to my surprise, yes, I said, "I absolutely believe that you can do this." She says, "No, I believe that you can be all this." And it just shocked me. And so, 6 months into consulting with her and coaching, that's why I became a coach. I love it. Been doing it for almost 12 years. I've changed lives of so many women and men. It's just so rewarding.
I know it is. I know it is. And Terry, every time I meet all of these beautiful souls who come here to share time and space with me, I'm always blown away in the best way. You know how many people, men and women, have said to me, "I had no clue, I had no idea, and somebody brought it to my attention, and then the boom." That's the case. So many times we run across an individual, a beautiful soul, that shares with us what they see in us that we can't see in ourselves. Isn't it true? And now you have the ability, right, with all the training and the learning that you, to show that and give that to others. So let's talk about how you go about that, because one of the things you gave me, and these are important points for people to be thinking about. What do you want for your life in 2024? How do you share that and begin that and make that imprint on the people that you're working with? And how do they come back to you with what they want for their life in 2024? And we're already almost in May here. So how do we go about that? What do you do there? Your pickup is a little slow, I think. Can you hear me? I think she's lost her sound. Terry, can you hear me? Your sound is going
there. There we go. I'm back.
Yeah. Did you put yourself on mute or something? Are you on mute? No.
I don't know what's happening.
Okay. Did you hear my question? Okay.
No. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. If you can keep it like this, we'll be okay. Please? I can hear you. The question was, what do you share and how do you relate to the people who come to you, who ask you, Or you ask them, what do you want for your life in 2024? And here we are already in May. But what type of information do you share with them, and what do they want from you?
Right. Well, first of all, I'm going to ask them these questions. What kind of impact do you want to make in the world this year? Okay. The second one is, what are your dreams? You know, what is your vision for your life? And you know, do you want to buy a house? Do you want to go on a cruise? Do you want to be on stages, speaking in front of 10,000 people? You know,
Yes.
what kind of career do you want to be in? And so when I start asking them questions, they start imagining their life in a very, very different level, possibly for the very first time. And that's what I love about being a vision coach, is I get to see their eyes light up when they finally figure out, you know, where they want to head in 2024. And that's why my theme is soar and roar in 2024, because all of us women out there, we need to be roaring. We need to be
Yes.
roaring. And we need
I
to be
agree.
soaring.
I agree completely, Theory. That's why you're here. Let me ask you. I also sometimes have the answers, but I always like to ask, and then I want your take on it. Who are the people who come to you mainly, or that you go after? Men, women, what age group, whatever. How business, professional, entrepreneurial? Share a little bit about the persona, the personality, the makeup of the people who come to you.
Sure, that's a great question. Yeah. So my niche is naturally women, and I do coach men, and that's a delight. I love coaching men as well. My age group comes to me like between really 25 all the way up to 80. And when they come to me, the people that come to me, they need help. And so I always ask this question, especially if I'm doing personal development. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best, where do you see yourself loving yourself back in the mirror? And some people will come to me and they'll be like a 2 or a 3. That means we've got quite a bit of work to do from their past to get them motivated to be able to have that incredible future. Now, some people come to me with an 8. I have a new client starting. She told me she's an 8. She just knows she's stuck. And so she needs help getting pushed over to that 10. And then when you're in that 10 category, it's a beautiful feeling. But when I first started my emotional journey over 30 years ago, Joy, I only gave myself a 1. I had such low self-esteem. It was pathetic. And now I give myself a loud and proud 10 every day.
Well, you know what? Bravo to you, because we as women, for all the different reasons and the reasons behind the programming, conditioning, and we all came through it in different ways, to be honest and to speak your truth, as I attempt to always, that you had low self-esteem. Would you believe so did I, to an extent? It's good to be able to take from that 1 or whatever number it is and to keep climbing until you get to that 10. And that's probably why people come to you. How do you get these people to come to you? How do you market for the people? Do you do marketing, advertising, promotion? Do they come word of mouth? I mean, everybody does it differently, but how do they come to you predominantly?
Basically, one of the biggest things is they come to me word of mouth, but I also am attending a lot of networking meetings, and that's where I find the majority of my clients. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. And track records and word of mouth is always good. How do you take the people who come to you? I like the number from 1 to 10 and where they're at, 2 to 3 or 3 to 7, 8, whatever. How do you help them to capture their 2024, whatever year you're in, vision? How do you support them in that transformational step to do that? You know, Terry, we've all heard about that inner child and all the other reasons that we have our conditioning that's been embedded in us. So how do you get them to capture and embed and embody, make that imprint within themselves of what they visualize for that year?
That's a very good question. So what I do when I first start working with them, excuse me, on a personal development level, is I take them through a negative emotional chart. And so so when they meet with me, I'm going to get through the discovery and I'm going to figure out exactly who's causing these problems from their past. And so they're going to fill out this emotional clearing chart. Number one, they're going to do it on themselves. Okay. And then the next one they're going to do is, if they have been raised in a dysfunctional family, I'm going to have them do their parents too. It could be the mom, it could be the dad, it could be both. We could have grandparents, we could have ex-spouses, we could have anybody that has done a number on them and has stolen their power. So my job as a coach is I'm going to go in and I'm going to get that power back for you, one way or another.
I like that. I like that. And you know what, Terry, you used a word that in my generation back in the day, you don't hear it that much now, but dysfunctional. And even though some people can't admit that even though the family platform environment might have been loving and somewhat nurturing, it was dysfunctional as well. And even though my family was loving and great, both sides, there was a lot of dysfunction going on too. And sometimes it's hard to admit that's embedded in us that we have to rid ourselves of. However you embrace that. So that's you use the word that, they're stuck, and that dysfunctional emotional is important too. How do you get them? I think I heard you say an emotional discovery. How do you have an outline, a map or something that they check off and they do different to let them know, too, but you want to know, but so they can see and visualize where they're dysfunctional at, what they're missing. Yeah.
Great question. So when I have the discovery session with them, I'm going to ask questions straight into their childhood. First question will be, what was your relationship with your dad? Because that's normally where I can discover where the culprit is. And about 92% of my clients, that's where we're going to start with. We're going to start with the dad. The dad was not nurturing. The dad was an alcoholic. The dad was distant. The dad never told me he loved me. He never was my cheerleader. And because we are women and we always wanted to be daddy's little girl. I know I was daddy's little girl, but me not too. To the extent that I would like to.
Yes.
So I hope
you know what, that. Terry, I celebrate you already. You know why? Because I think you're the first person that I've met, and God knows I've met so many beautiful souls here over the past couple of years, who mentioned that usually it's a mommy issue. But you mentioned the daddy issue where you began. Yeah. Because for me, it was both, but daddy was more prevalent because he wasn't there. So it is a lot of the daddy, and it's usually both, but it's one or the other. And the daddy issue can be very prevalent for women, more so than the mother. So that's really major. I think that when it comes to transformation, how you mentioned emotional healing and emotional intelligence, and you start off there. How do you, other than all of this outline and the package that you present, how do you get them to get into the knowing of the emotional baggage that's missing, that they need to throw away? I mean, I know all of this outline and all of this stuff. Yeah.
Yes. What I do is I give them an exercise, and I want them to do a version of themselves, what they want to become, not where they are now, but what they want to become. And so they have to draw a stick figure of themselves, and they have to list out everything that they want to be. And you know what? That's why I say we've got 30s, and I got 30s and 80-year-olds coming to me.
Yes.
But you know what? I'm speaking now to the 30 and 40-year-olds. You have much leverage in your life. You've got many years to go prayerfully. So the one thing that I always tap on this age group is it's never too late, and you're never too old to learn how to become the best version of yourself.
Well, you see, Terry, I've always believed that. I've never bought into the age thing, even when I was young, and now that I'm a happy senior, I never bought into it. And you know, what you just spoke about is what I met with a beautiful soul a little bit earlier today, and she walked me through a practice that she's doing, a technique that she uses, and it's to get into the inner being of ourselves and to visualize what we want, what we desire, and why, to understand it and to know the difference. So there's so many ways that you can do this. So I love what you're saying, and I can see the clarity in it. You mentioned you have two words here. I'm a wordsmith that I love. You said you want people to soar and to roar, R-O-A-R, away obstacles. So let's talk a little bit about that, because I always say my ending now is keep soaring. SOARING, because we have to keep climbing. We cannot be stationary and stand still. So what does that mean? Soar and roar obstacles away. I added away.
Well, again, like if we're trying to capture our best, first of all, you must discover what's holding you back. The obstacles. Could
Yes,
it be self-doubt?
absolutely.
Could it be rejection? Could it be insecurity? Could it be, betrayal? It could be anger. It could be victimization. It could be anything
Mm,
that's happened from your past or even in your present today. Those things will hold you back from
hmm.
soaring. And the Bible says we will soar on the wings of the eagle.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
So we have to take that really and digest that deeply into our soul, because that's my theme for the year, soar and roar in 2024. And let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, whoever is listening, I am
Ooh,
soaring right now. And I am so excited because I have a vision to be on stages speaking in front of 10,000 people. I'm going to get there. You have to be fully invested in yourself and believe in yourself in order to get that vision to become reality.
that is so true. That is so true. And I love that you are visualizing and you'll make it happen, speaking on stages with zillions of people, thousands of people. And I love the soar and roar on the wings of the eagle. All the words that I use that I like. Because you see, I don't think I know. And so do you, Terry. There is royalty and beauty and love in every soul. It just has to awake and start to soar. So that's what it's all about.
Absolutely.
So that's why the work that you're doing and transformation, back in the day it was soul, and then it was spirit, and then now every year there's a different buzzword, and this year it seems to be soul and the transformation of the soul. But the
Yes.
soul doesn't need to be transformed. The soul is
Right.
here as it is. It doesn't need transformation. I love that you're a certified transformational coach, because that's what it's all about. Now, we have a poster. I'm going to ask Terry to put this poster up, and I want you to speak a little bit about what you're offering people and what they're going to get when they come to you, because we want to make sure that they take a screenshot and a snapshot of this poster. If she's going to put this up, you can tell us a little bit about it and what you're offering and what they get when they come to you, because I know from what you shared here today, it's a lot.
It is. And I apologize, Joy. I've absolutely apologized, but I did put the wrong website up there. That I have a new website. Very simple. Very simple. It's
Oh, this
called
is life.
Terry.
Things happen.
Yeah, that's
No
fine.
worries.
That's okay.
No worries. That's all right.
TerryMooreCoaching.com. It's TerryMooreCoaching.com.
TerryMooreCoaching.com. Well, we can scroll
Yes.
that across the screen. And what is you're offering classes, coursing, a complimentary call to find out if they're the right person, you're the right person for them, if you're a match and that kind of thing. Yes, it's a beautiful poster, but listen, life happens. I make more boo-boos than the law allows.
You're right. I do offer a 30-minute discovery session. And
Okay.
for anyone that contacts me through this podcast that Joy's offering, I will give you one free coaching session.
Oh.
Now, my goal is you must sign up for 4 weeks.
Okay.
I can get you a breakthrough in 4 weeks, but I'm not going to guarantee anything until I meet with you. And then I also have my book that you can go on the website, Face to Face
Yes.
with God, My Best Friend. And yes, I love my book. The book's changed many people's lives. And you can go on my website and order it. I can sign it and ship it out, not a problem. So yeah.
Okay. It has Kirill put up TerryMooreCoaching.com. Is that where they come to your website?
That's it.
But
Yeah.
but your email is also TerryMooreCoaching.com?
No.
No, that's all they need. Okay, well, she got that up there. Listen, the time flies
Yes,
here.
we have to keep that one for a while.
That's okay. Understood. Listen,
It
Terry,
does.
thank you for sharing this space with us and all the great work that you're doing. What parting words, what food for thought, what takeaway do you want to leave those who are here and who will come for the replay with? Because now the stage just shows you have one quick second.
Okay.
She froze.
I am encouraging anyone that is stuck out there or having low self-esteem or And I would love to be your professional coach. Now, what last parting word is, John Maxwell says it so well. If in order to climb to the toppest peak of the toppest part of the mountain, you must leave the baggage behind. That's all. That's my parting words.
Terry, that's a brilliant ending. Thank you for that. I've never heard that. I'll use that. I love that. Thank you. Carol's going to put you in the green room. And my friends, what can I say? The time flies here. It's always good to share time and space with you. We're taking a little hiatus from Leading Ladies, Leaving Legacies on Wednesdays. A lot of stuff in the hopper, putting together for you. Stay tuned. We'll be here every Monday at 3 p.m. with the leading lady or gent for Joyful Mondays, and we'll be talking about all kinds of subjects and topics that ought to be of interest to you. That is our prayer. In the meantime, make this one of the best weeks ever, and then connect with this beautiful soul. Terry Moore is, I only bring you women and men where the integrity and the honesty and the loyalty and the love is there. So you will not be making a boo-boo. No mistakes there. Until we meet again, it'll be next Monday at 3 p.m. Have a great week. I send you much, much love from my heart to yours. All the best. Cheers.